Seguimos en The Witcher 2. Como podéis ver, no tienen cabeza, están muertos. ¿Qué pasa aquí? Oh Dios, qué mal rollo. Vamos a hablar con ellos.
Good to see you, Zoltan. What are you doing so
Me
far
parece que
from
Zoltan
home?
es el que sabe algo
It's a dog's
de...
life, Geralt, I'll tell you that much. You work your fingers to the bone for 6 years, you listen to the tirades of that old tyrant Breckenrig, you buy jewels,
Compras joyas.
then she breaks off the engagement. And there I was, learning a gavotte.
La gabota.
Out of sight, out of mind. Farewell to Eudora, the forge in Novigrad, and all the world's Breckenrigs. I'm a plain merchant, and I've made my peace with that.
Pobrecillo.
Can I ask you something, Zoltan?
Sit down, Geralt, you old goat.
Viejo mamarracho.
Drinking alone is as bad as shitting in company.
Another time, maybe. You've been here a while and probably know the local customs.
I'm no researcher, but go on, ask away.
Who would need a troll's head?
Same folks who need a bear's head to hang on the wall, show how plucky they are. A peasant with a troll's head in his wall can raise many skirts.
Thanks.
Where are you off to?
Sightseeing. Round the houses of Lobenden. Is there a good swordsmith or blacksmith here?
There's a small smithy by the wall. Quite basic.
Muy
The
sencillo.
tools probably remember the conjunction of the spheres, but it'll do for weapon repairs. They also just don't do anything that'll make you look like Dandelion at the opening of a new brothel. You could also look in on some merchants. I don't think...
How are you killing time in this hellhole?
At present, polishing gems for Sheila de Tanserville. Requires precision, but it's well-paid work.
Jewelry?
Not
Joyería.
quite. The sorceress is building a magical contraption. Spends her days staring at it. A regular magpie eyeing a copper. But I don't think she's getting anywhere with it. Got so enraged one time she dashed a vase against the wall. Some temperament, those sorceresses. I'm
Me
telling
tira
you.
una, Es por nada.
Do you know someone named Cedric?
Know him? We drank each other under the table last Saturday. I barely made it home.
Where do I find him?
Most times gazing at the forest from a tower near Lobenden. Strange bird, that one, but a heavyweight when it comes to drink.
Thanks. How are those
Pulsos,
biceps
pulsos,
holding up,
pulsos.
Sultan?
Hard as a bull's bollocks.
Duras como el
Arm
cojones de un
wrestling's a
toro.
dwarven pastime.
We ought to try it sometime.
I'll arm wrestle you anytime. Now, even.
Pues vamos.
Show me those bull's bollocks then.
Arr. Arr, Geralt, por Dios. Ah, ja, ja.
Your hand's like a vice.
It wasn't easy.
If you ever run into my old mates Yarpin or Sheldon,
Yarpin
promise
or
me you'll
Sheldon.
take them on. They'll be surprised. Thieves and bandits everywhere.
Martillo de guerra.
Freak!
Gracias por escupir.
You look strong. Care for the little contest?
Vale. Esta es una serie de misiones que hay a lo largo de todo el juego de ir echando pulsos. También hay otra de jugar a los dados.
Too strong for me. Here's what you're owed. You ought to give Wiry Wilkes a shot.
Wilkes el forzudo.
You'll not have an easy time with me.
No, tienes una cara y un cuerpo de estar cuadradísimo. Ah, con orejas. Qué asco. Bueno, esto por ahora es muy sencillo porque el marcador es enorme.
strong man you are. Here's your coin. You should take on Big Max.
El gran Max. Hola,
You're
gran
a
Max.
strong lad, but I'm no wimp either. Wanna take me on?
Pues vale.
Look, people! Wonders and miracles!
Ahí va, ahí va, ahí va, ahí va. Ahí va, ahí va, ahí va. Bien.
By Veo Pattis's balls, you're strong. You're winnings. There's someone else. No one's beaten him yet.
¿Quién?
Who?
Bartholomew Bargee. You'll find him in the village.
Bartolomeu Berqueza.
Bandits everywhere. Say something, or did you just fart?
Greetings.
Pues nada, vayamos al pueblo. O sea, el pueblo es saliendo de aquí, de las fortificaciones. La parte cutre, por así decirlo.
Welcome.
Bienvenido, vale. Bien, vale. Bien, vale. Ahí va.
Where might you be going?
What kind of question is that? Anyway, know where I can find an elf named Cedric?
Don't get involved in this.
The merchants are paying good money for killing the beast.
Un dineral.
Coin is never the most important thing.
Maybe, but it's still pretty useful.
I don't trust her.
Y yo.
Why not?
She's a powerful sorceress. Dangerous to her foes, even more dangerous to her friends.
Se preocupa
I
por
know
mí,
you
please.
don't like her. Any specific reason?
I'm just trying to warn you.
Thanks. I guess I'll have to ask her.
How?
We're going hunting together, right after I find Cedric.
Well, then let's go see him. He should be at the top of his observation tower.
¿Qué es esto verde? No lo sé. Ahora vamos a subir todavía como...
Something's in the wind.
Ir entrando en las casas porque en una está la cabeza del troll. Bueno, de la troll. Y así desbloquearemos otra misión. Creo que era esta. Estoy casi seguro. Y tanto.
A female troll's head. Excellent work.
In it? The finest hides and the tannins on half by either. A straggler here, a lobber there, sometimes a hapless calf. I've even got otter fur for you.
You hunt?
Oh, we must not hunt in the royal forest. Even children know that. Besides, it's too dangerous to go among the trees now, what with all those monsters.
Claro.
They must be finding more food in the area.
A war's brewing, methinks.
Not necessarily. The Scoia'tael attack merchants and ambush patrols. Ideal conditions for necrophages.
We ought to wait for better times and be satisfied with the little things, like the good book teaches us.
¿Qué libro sagrado que dices?
Where do you get that head?
I bought it. Cost me a fortune, but it was worth it. No one else in Lobinden's got a troll's head.
Who'd you buy it from?
Dimitri. Who else would dare trap a troll in its very own den?
Where can I find this Dimitri?
That I don't know, but you'll find his mates carousing at the inn in the evening.
Vale.
I'd like to buy that head from you.
No way. The head's mine, you smelly swine.
Cerdo.
I'll give you a good price, unless you'd prefer to trade.
We could roll some dice for it, provided you make it worth my while.
Thanks. That was helpful.
Aquí está el tío del pulso.
Girls become witches too?
Oh, my son. You should get home early today. Eat something. Get some sleep.
Stop.
Hola, amigo.
What do you want? I heard you're the local arm wrestling champ.
You bet I am.
I'd like to change that.
Many
Me gustaría
tried
cambiar
and
eso.
walked away with shit in their britches. You want to go?
Vale.
You bet I do.
All right, come with me. Let's do it now. I'll be tied up later.
All right.
Have you heard? Another king was murdered.
Shame it was only one.
Stop talking nonsense, son.
The tyranny of despots must be ended.
Stop saying that, my son.
Ready?
Sí.
Let's do it.
50 horas, joder. Ay, que se me va, que se me va. Loco, loco, loco. ¿Pero qué le pasa a mi puto ratón ahora? Nah, esto está perdido. Pues no. Puto ratón.
Strong as an ox. Here are your orange. Once we had a company of Adam Pangrat's mercenaries here. I'm the strongest here, so I took on a due. But that lad's got superhuman strength. He beat me like a child. If you ever see him, tell him Bard Bargy drinks to his health.
Ya se lo digo.
All right.
Have you heard? Another king was murdered.
Shame it was only one.
¿Qué pasa
Don't
aquí?
betray no one else, Elvin, bitch.
What's going on here?
This whore's a Scoia'tael spy.
What?
Any evidence?
What's it to you?
Easy. She loiters around the garrison kick-kitting us. Roderick says he bound her, but I don't believe that.
I did!
Es verdad.
That's your evidence?
2 of our lads are missing. Last seen with her.
I only spoke to them. Then they went off towards the caves. That's all I know.
The bitch is lying. She led them into an ambush.
This ought to be easy enough to resolve. Look inside the caves.
But they're crawling with all sorts of filth.
Les diré yo. Hombre.
I'll do it, but you'll pay me. Wait for me at the harbor.
Ahí así habrá que ir a la cuadra de los Neckers. Again. Aquí como ya tenemos a Tris subiendo y tal, vamos a hablar con Cedric.
The massacre in Rivia. It came back to me. I remember. The angry mob murdering non-humans. A young boy with a pitchfork.
Anything else?
Death. Or a state close to it. I'm not sure. I felt life draining out of me.
I was there. I arrived a moment later. Too late.
Don't worry, Tris. They're only memories. We have bigger problems to tackle now. Something tells me that in recovering my memory, I'll find out a lot about what we're dealing with now. How's it living with Roach's soldiers?
Splendid. I know every shit joke that anyone's ever thought up. Plus, I've learned how to burp out the official title of the Emperor of Nilfgaard without reaching for beer. Shorty's told me about his 16 children, all named after Temerian troop divisions. And I know his nickname has nothing to do with his name. Nice to know that you care, though.
Glad to see you in a good mood.
I think I actually like them. They're good people. One of them even proposed to me.
Who's the brave man?
Sorry, that's a secret.
And here I thought Roach's boys had an ounce of respect for me.
Aquí está Cedric. There you are.
What are the Scoia'tael fighting for?
Do you ask about the old ones, who hoped to restore our race to its previous glory? Or about the young ones, who fight for survival and out of suicidal revenge?
Yorvith's warriors. Which mold do they fit?
They believe they are still independent, and that there is but one just way to view their cause. In truth, however, they're but a shadow of the Enshe's former glory. They cling to delusions to the very moment when a sword or a noose ends their life, or until they realize the truth themselves, which is, I believe, the worst.
Vale.
Who exactly are you?
One who warns humans against the dangers that lurk in the forest.
Care to clarify?
I am old, even for an elf. Yet the forest is older. I've lived in it for years and understand it, though it's nothing I can explain. At times I make mistakes and people don't come home.
So you help humans?
I just know if it's safe to venture beyond the gates or not.
Maybe I'll come back when you're sober.
You witches live a long life. You may indeed get to see that day.
The elf woman you were talking about. How did she disappear?
Saharim believes the forest took her.
What do you believe?
Saharim.
Moril simply vanished, almost a year ago now. Some say she was too beautiful, and Dwan must have harmed her.
You believe that?
If I have no evidence before me, I try to trust my feelings. And they tell me the forest did not take her.
Why would you keep that from Saharim?
Because it's meaningless. Perhaps she was murdered, perhaps she departed on her own, never to return. She's gone, and neither I nor Saharim can reverse that.
I'm looking to hunt in this area, and I could use some advice.
I'm no witcher. I set traps, snares, try to keep neckers away from Lobinden, that's all.
I'm aiming a little higher than neckers.
The old man? Meaning the Karen? Finally, Laredo's splurged. Listen, I'm not one to teach your grandmother to suck eggs. You witches know your work. But if you pay me, I can prepare a useful trap.
What kind of trap?
Puncturing trap, immobilizing trap, even decoys to pull monsters into an ambush. Whatever you like. Since I can easily finish off an ensnared necker, it should be child's play for you.
I need to make a few orens. You wouldn't happen to have a job for a witcher, would you?
There's never a shortage of work for a witcher in this forest. It's positively teeming with beasts. Though I'm not surprised they come here in droves.
Know why that is?
Cursed places attract all sorts of scum, like dung attracts flies. There was once a great house in a clearing. They locked up lunatics there. During the war with Nilfgaard, it was raised in a fire. The lunatics broiled in their cells. The ruins remain cursed to this day. 2 daredevils went off to explore the ruins recently. They haven't been seen since.
A great house, you say. Tell me more about the building itself.
It was an old manor house that was converted into a mental institution. There was no shortage of lunatics in wartime. They just kept coming. Reverend Mercey locked them up in there and looked after them. If you find the 2 people lost in the ruins of the mental asylum, you stand to be handsomely rewarded. By them or their families.
No harm in trying. I aim to kill the Karen. Heard you might be able to help.
That depends on the sort of aid you seek.
I need information.
We should have killed it years ago. Now I don't know. The beast has become too large for the riverbed, and it has strange growths on its tentacles, extremely thick skin. Previously, it inhabited a swamp along one of the Pontar's tributaries. Completely wild terrain. Even the Scoia'tael don't venture there. You should go see the wreck of the boat it recently sank. Inspect any traces it's left. See the destruction.
Where's this wreck?
Venture south into the forest, then turn east toward the river. You'll find the ruins of a bridge erected long ago by the Enshe. The wreck lies at their foot.
Thanks, Cedric.
You'll find me by the boat wreck.
Sheesh, Triss. Sure you're not overusing those teleports?
Take care of yourself. Ella se puede teletransportar y yo no. A ver, journal, Marena, no, el problema del troll. ¿Qué es lo que vamos a hacer ahora? Problema del troll.
I've been cranky since morning.
Me voy a hacer el jaco. Aquí hay que entrar por la noche.
Something's troubling me. Let's hear it. What does a bloody witch... what was that? Mushrooms?
Yeah.
Because he's a human like us. He sweats, he bleeds.
Vale. Está abajo.
As Oyster Nan stood by her tub.
Está cantando y vomitando a la vez. El brujo ha llegado, ¿vale? Bueno, aquí lo vamos a dejar. Ahí podemos entrar en combate. También lo haremos en los próximos vídeos. Bueno, hasta ahora. Hi, hi.